All right, this is system test number 2. What we're testing here is this individual school building does not have very many intercom speakers within the hallways. And obviously sometimes depending upon noise levels, you may or may not be able to hear announcements in the hallways. Now, in the previous test, we made sure that the sirens sounded, which they're obviously pretty loud, so we can hear those in some adverse audio situations. One of the things that is different for this particular system test is that our telecom vendor, which is Central Interconnect, came in with Viking DNA 510. We've integrated that with the rest of the system. There's still some work to do yet. There's still some follow-up. But what I'm going to demo today is that once we turn on the actual system, so in addition to the sirens and the flashers, that there's an audio loop. So the premise here is that when you actually have to go into an emergency lockdown, let's say this is a real event, we're trying to simplify the actions of the people that need to put the building into lockdown. So we're trying to automate as many of the tasks as we can associated with a lockdown event. So the methodology here is that instead of having to flip switches to lock doors and then try to pick up an intercom or a phone and make an intercom announcement to go into lockdown to alert all of the staff and students in the building, we are trying to tie that all off of one particular action that somebody in a front office can do, and then do that quickly, effectively, and then continue on with other protocols for that lockdown. So in other words, they can focus on dealing with the issue versus I'm going to first try to do all these things to alert everybody, and then I'm going to try to deal with the issue. So this is an attempt at simplifying that notification process. So again, the system test here that's slightly different is that instead of just having a siren and flashers, we're going to walk down to a hallway where we actually have an intercom speaker, and we should be able to hear an automated message playing on a loop. And at this time, it runs on the loop until we take it back out of the lockdown status. The next phase will be final testing, which will be a limited number of runs, and then it will shut off after about 10 repetitions, and then go from there. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to actually go into the office. We're going to actually do the lockdown. It should be similar to what we've seen last time, and then we're going to go check out the audio loop and make sure that's working correctly. So again, and we have it on. So about 3 seconds to alert everybody. So that's great. We have our flashers running. And I can hear the audio, so that's good news. Let's go check it out. We're going to head down to a hallway where there is a speaker that we can easily hear through.
Attention, students and staff, please follow lockdown procedures. I repeat, students and staff, please follow lockdown procedures. Attention, students and staff, please follow lockdown procedures. I repeat, students and staff, please follow lockdown procedures. Attention, students and staff, please follow lockdown procedures. I repeat, students and staff, please follow lockdown procedures.
So that's a good example. That's the current verbiage that we have on that message. So obviously, that's good news. Our integrations across multiple systems are functioning correctly. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to move back and take the building back out of lockdown because we want to get this off before we have anybody come in for the day. So in the next series of tests, what we're going to do is we will test out. We do have some issues in the individual classrooms where we have to amplify the audio going into it. So we'll do a final test, and hopefully we'll have some great video to help illustrate how that works. And thanks for tagging along with us on this. Thanks.